Good morning, everybody. We're at the shop. We're working on the 300C today. One of the things I need to do is I need to get part throttle dialed in on this, so I'm going to be using some steady state features of the dyno. These lovely items right here, the Prohubs. So what we're going to do is first let me talk to you about this car. This car is a new to me 2006 300C. It's got a 5.7 in it with a Comp Cams 268. It's got an exhaust on it, some suspension mods, but this is just my grandpa car. I enjoy it. It's comfortable. I relax in it. Do a little bit of racing with it. Nothing much, but so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this hooked up to the dyno, get the hubs on there, and yeah, we're gonna get into some tuning with it today. So here I am getting the car ready for the Prohubs, and I start with the driver's side usually, and this time early in the morning we had a guest come into the shop, ask a couple of questions. You know, it's a friend of Mike's, so pretty cool, old friend of Mike's. So here I am setting up the hub adapter, just making sure all the lugs are there attached very securely, and then I roll out the Prohub. Usually you can get these on first try if you have the right height set up, and then, you know, just attach a few hex head 1/2-inch bolts to attach the hub to the actual vehicle wheel. It's pretty cool. There's the torque arm, and doing the other side now, and you know, this is pretty easy, you know, to set up. It takes me about 15-20 minutes on a normal car, as long as there's the wheel key and as well as, you know, the lugs aren't damaged and I don't have to do anything crazy to get them off. So, you know, it's always important, remember to bring your wheel key to a dyno session with us. And yeah, other than that, just rinse and repeat on the passenger side. And what I'm doing now is, after this and it's tightened down, I'm going to take the cables and attach them over to the main cabinet, and that is pretty much it for setup. So right now I got the dyno locked into around 1600, and so what you'll see is I'm going to get it up the 1-to-1 gear. Right now it's locked in, so as I hit the accelerator and take it up to speed, it populates all of the cells. If I want, I can actually lower the RPMs to see if I can target more cells once the dyno locks in. Up in RPM. See, we get to around 22, 29. that's pretty much how you capture that data. So let me get some more graph data, and I'll bring you back. ready to get out of it. Just the temp's getting a little hot. It's at 210, so I just bump it into neutral and I let it coast down until it's unloaded. But yeah, so that's how I populate cells of data for part throttle tuning. So with what you saw just there, the car's getting a little hot, so we got the fan going. We're gonna let it cool off. We are getting some good data, so I'm happy with that. Can't complain. You know, on these newer vehicles though, the ABS is still a pain in the ass, and so I don't know if I was smelling brake or exhaust, but I decided to get out of it after around 3,500 and just let the car cool down. Around here is where I'd like to start moving into the wide open throttle tuning on these Hemi cars. So I'm gonna make some changes in the tune and we'll go from there. So I just wanted to bring you back and show you that, you know, I've applied those changes and smoothed some things out of the graph, and you know, it's there. It's not perfect, you know, some smoothing may help it out. So let's see what we got going on here. Might be it's a little hard doing this one-handed, but you know, let's see what we can. You know, we just did a little bit of smoothing. I know a lot of values have changed. I'm not worried about the wide open throttle, but things look better. So let's give this a shot. Let's do one more steady state set of pulls and go from there. So we're getting there. They look way better than the previous run. So what I'm gonna do at this point is I'm gonna put those onto the table and modify it, and then do one last check, and then I think I'm gonna move into wide open throttle tuning. So, which is gonna be way more fun. So just stick around and
yeah, let me make some changes and I'll bring you guys back. All right, so I'm very happy with the changes that I made. I do have the dyno set up for some wide open throttle pulls. So that's what I'm gonna do next. So let me make a pull or two and then I'll show you the results. All right, so I just made a rip in the car, wide open throttle. Everything looks good, fueling looks good, a little rich. I'm gonna show you where it's a little rich right here. So I have it at 2,000 to then bring the car in all the way up. And I mean, it is what it is right now. I'm very happy with how this is. I will clean this up in the table. But other than that, man, with the steady state tuning, getting it into the rip, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's zoom out. And let's just use the data from the wide open throttle pull. So if I go here, here's the pull right here. All right. I hit the speed limiter right there, so that's what that is. But what I'm gonna do is just go back to here. And we're gonna look at the data for the wide open throttle pull. All right, so in here you can see it's a little rich, a little lean here in the transient, but that's because the steady state is holding it before the full wide open throttle pull. And then so in here it's a little bit rich. Otherwise, I guess this is like a bump that I have in the graph that I need to smooth out in between these 2 points. But other than that, everything stayed green, stayed lean, stayed rich, I mean, which is good during wide open throttle. You want that. Lean is mean. But I'm very happy with all this, and especially at wide open throttle, yeah, I am very happy. Which means that, you know, it's dialed in. There's really not much for me to change on wide open throttle with the few pulls that I did. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the steady state on the dyno. So, you know, if you're looking to get steady state tuning done on your dyno, wide open throttle pulls, we got you, man.
Deconstructing the vehicle goes a lot quicker than sometimes setting it up, but you know, that's part and parcel for the game, and having a dyno that allows you to do steady state tuning and get them ready for the street.